Hey there, Nicki Traikos here of Life by Design. If you want to use your watercolor paints or art supplies while you're traveling and you're looking for the perfect ways to pack very simply, make sure that what you're packing is compact, but have all of your art tools with you. I'm going to show you exactly what I use in this video, whether it's when I'm on a bike ride, I take a small kit with me, whether I'm traveling on a plane and have only check-on available, and then a few things that I'm really excited to share with you that I've just picked up recently. So let's get started and I'll show you what I've got for you. Okay, I've got this great little setup where I can talk to you and show you what's on my desk at the same time. Let me know below if you like it or give me the thumbs up. So what I have in front of me is basically what I take when I am traveling pretty much on an airplane, but just want to do check on. If I am on my bike and I want to go ahead and take a few things with me, I'm going to show you how I pack them and what I use. So this is just a black cloth. I got it when I was at an art retreat. So it's really good if I want to sit down on the grass, if I'm painting outdoors. So let's say, for example, if you've seen my video on Instagram where I stopped to paint while I was on a bike ride, this is exactly what I took with me. I'm going to show you that first. So something to sit on is great. It doesn't have to be heavy. It can be totally lightweight. I carry a little bag with me as well, and this is just a reusable cloth bag so that I can easily put things in and it turns into nothing. So I'll pack that up so you can see what that looks like. And then what I like to do is have something that will hold just a few of my essential paints. So this is a portable painter. I just got it on Amazon. It's plastic, so it's really lightweight. I'm not a huge fan of plastic. I definitely pick up things that are made out of wood or natural materials, but this is a really great little option that's lightweight for you to travel with. And it comes apart quite easily. So there are all the colors. Let's go ahead and move it in the center here. So really, I put in just a few of my favorites like yellow ochre, burnt sienna, a cobalt blue, or a neutral blue. So it's a Winsor blue that I use. Payne's gray, of course, because I can't travel without it. A raw umber, and also my sap green. And then I can pretty much mix any colors that I need from that selection. But once you put your palette together, there is your water tray. And on this side, ooh, it takes a couple of tries to get used to it. On that side is another mixing palette. So essentially, I have everything I need in this palette, and it also has a little clip, so you can clip it onto your sketchbook as well. So I thought this was really great, tested it out, and am happy to share that it works really well. And once you get the hang of it, it comes apart really easily, and it's self-contained. So I have my paint in here. I have a well for water as well as a mixing palette. So when I want to pack super light, again, I'm on a bike ride. I don't want it to be heavy. I have a basket in the front of my bike so I can take stuff with me. Then I got this roll, and again, I think just on Amazon, and it is meant for brushes, but I put everything in it. So everything from brushes to water brushes, because again, traveling, water brushes are self-contained. You can put water in the tube and then paint away, and there's different types of tips as well. So if you haven't tried traveling with a water brush, go ahead and do that. But I put in my pencils and some other things, and I usually have markers in that too, but I have been pulling from this kit. And then I make these handmade journals, and this is what I paint in. So this can be just the start of a painting. It's inspiration for some color mixing. It's just noting what I'm seeing as I'm on my bike. Or again, like I said, as I'm traveling, sometimes weekends away, I'll take this little kit with me. And if you want to learn how to make these watercolor sketchbooks, I've actually taught, my last class was Creative Freedom in Your Handmade Watercolor Sketchbook. And we had a lot of fun creating sketchbooks in that class by hand, really easily. I try to make things simple. And then again, it's self-contained, so I can customize when I make my journals what size they need to be so that I can take them with me. The point is really when you're struck with inspiration and you want to make sure you have a few art supplies with you, at least you have that opportunity to stop, whether you're just doing a pencil sketch and making notes, or if you're actually painting on the go, which if you haven't tried, try it. It can be a little bit intimidating at first, but it can also inspire paintings for when you get back home. So then I just put everything back into this little, it's just a reusable bag with straps. And then it really turns into an easy to carry, flat, simple thing that you can take with you. Okay, so this is what I take when I'm on my bike rides, and I want it to be super, super light. So now I'm traveling for a bigger trip and I'm starting to think about what I want to pack with me and how I can take as much as possible while not checking a bag. So that's another thing that I like to think about as well. If I'm traveling with my really good brushes, so again on my bike ride, I won't take my most precious brushes with me. I'll just take whatever I have that are easy to use but not as precious. So I have a brush case. This brush case is really great because it can expand. Let me go ahead and move over here. So it expands really nicely. So based on how long your brushes are, it will expand or it will shrink. So this is a plastic brush holder. You can get them at most art supply stores. Maybe they're on Amazon, I'm not sure, but they lock into place. And again, if you needed it to be bigger, you can totally expand it. So sometimes if you're using paintbrushes for acrylic or oil, you need the brush case to be bigger. Otherwise, I just have it on whatever size suits the brushes that I carry with me. And I know that it's protected. So my brush heads are protected. Nothing will happen to them. And then I like to take a bigger variety of sketching tools with me, especially my tools that are water soluble. So I pack my sketching charcoals that I can activate with water. So they go really well with my watercolor. Some erasers, inking pen, and mechanical pencil, a little ruler, and again, it's contained. It's really flat, so it doesn't take up much space at all. And then I know I can pack this on my travel, my carry-on, and I won't get stopped. So making sure that you're not going to get stopped at security and have to maybe check your bag or dump your art supplies. So this is actually just a makeup bag that I got from Sephora. It's a cosmetic, a euphoric cosmetic shopping experience. It has all of the makeup brands. So if you don't have Sephora in your local country, I'm sorry, because that's where I shop for literally everything. So yeah, so I thought, why not use a makeup bag and use that for my art supplies? So I have some watercolor tubes in here. I have my washi tape, of course, my eyedropper, and then I just recycle jars if they're small enough where I can put some water in for my watercolor and be able to close the lid. I'm not going to struggle. I think I've got paint in there, so it won't open quite yet, but self-contained. So I can, again, when I arrive wherever I'm traveling to, I know that I'm fully set up. And in the mornings when I'm having my cup of coffee and I'm in a new and inspiring place, I can go ahead and get creative. Again, my kneadable eraser fits in there really well. I normally take a few extra sheets of paper so that I can swatch. Again, if you've taken a class with me, you know how important that is. And again, just a little bit more washi tape. So I still have room in here. I can fit in my paper towel. Again, you don't know where you're going to, so you want to make sure that you're fully prepared. And this is a really nice little palette. I'm just going to shake off some of that paint there. From Sylvan Clayworks. I got this a while ago, but that fits in really nicely. Or sometimes, depending on where I'm staying, I'll just use one of their small plates. Watercolor, I can wash it off and it's non-toxic, right? Hopefully, but I can wash it off. I make sure I'm very careful. So again, you just go ahead and close it up. I won't force it, but I would repack that. But it becomes something really compact that you can even pop in a big tote if you're taking one with you. And it doesn't have to mean that you have to check a bag. So that's the one great thing about painting with watercolor is you don't have to worry about it being liquid. As long as the tubes are small enough, or you just dispense it in a dry palette, the little pans, that works really well too. I'm gonna put these here just so you've got them to look at. So again, other things I like to do is, this is a palette by Peg and All. So if I don't want to pack, again, my tubes of watercolor, I can just go ahead and dispense. And I love this one. It's handmade, leather and wood, and it's lovely to travel with and work with. And again, look how nice and slim that is. So it doesn't have to mean a ton of space in your luggage. I could probably even fit a few small water brushes in there, and then one of my travel journals, and look at how sweet and compact that becomes. So again, not heavy, you can fit in a purse, you can bind them all together so they don't go anywhere, and you're good to go. So again, these travel journals, again, if you haven't tried making them, I would suggest you maybe take a look at one of my last classes. But they're just a really great way to be able to document and do some quick sketches. So I don't use them for super finished pieces, but they become my jumping off point. They are my practice. And again, like how sweet, you can customize them. So this is one that I made. It's just a bigger version, so it's just multiples of these little signatures that are bound together. This was the first one. Oh, that's a little guy that I was just working on. Again, just playful sketches. This is one that was probably one of my first tests for this type of binding. But again, it's just a space to create and paint. And then these two become really great travel accessories as well. So when you are traveling, let me switch here. So when you are traveling with your art supplies, I want you to paint as much as possible. You know that. My goal is for you to really enjoy your art practice, really build your confidence so that when you sit down to paint something that's larger or a more finished piece, you're coming at it with a plan, with confidence, with your own personal style. So when you're traveling, sometimes that's where we get the most inspiration from. Often we're hopefully a little bit more relaxed. We're in a new environment. There's new colors and sounds and landscapes and things that were just will inspire you. Maybe even a new color palette. So if you can document what you're seeing in a really creative way, again, it's that joy of working on the process of our art, but it's also something you can take with you that when you are sitting down to paint and you don't know what you want to paint or you don't have any ideas, you can just open up one of your sketchbooks and recall a moment where you took a really loose sketch of an environment that you maybe have a photo of in your phone, and then you can recreate this in a bigger form and have that be a more finished piece. Okay, so it's really valuable to be able to travel with your art supplies, but make it simple. That's my motto. So I hope you enjoyed this little product roundup. I don't know, my little ways of creating art on the go and making it simple. And let me know by giving me the thumbs up. Go ahead and like the video and then comment and let me know if there's anything that was new that you really enjoyed or if there are any products that you love. I love to see also what your favorites are. So thanks so much and I will see you next time.